Hi guys, so today I just have a video for you. It's just an advice video and it's all about lifting and removing hair colour. Now you guys, if you've been following me for a while, know that as well as wearing all the wigs that I wear, I like to change my own hair colour quite a bit, and it can be difficult to remove hair dye and go from one colour to the next without really damaging your hair. And I'm a fan of using the really bright semi-permanent dyes, and even though they say they'll last like 10 washes or 8 washes or whatever, really the colour tends to linger around for a lot longer than that, especially on bleached hair. So I kind of want to give some tips for if you want to remove your hair colour and go back to a lighter colour, either because you want to go back blonde, or if you want to just lift your colour a bit because it went too dark accidentally, or obviously changing your hair colour. So there are quite a lot of methods for doing this. The most common method for doing it is bleach bathing, and obviously anything involving bleach is quite damaging on your hair. So what I wanted to do is give you a range of options that you can try before doing a bleach bath. Now I will also run through how I do bleach bath my hair very rarely, and some tips for how to do it safely. But before you even do that, I would really recommend using these methods first. Just a little quick note as well. I'm really sorry I didn't announce, but I went to the Melbourne YouTube meetup today, which was put on by Luna, if you know her, and also Damie Lou, and I've just got a little snippet of us today, which I'll put in here.
We're so beautiful! So beautiful! With the faces that we make.
This is the Luna!
Hello!
This is the Damie! She ran away!
No, Damie.
Okay! Bye!
So I'm really sorry that I didn't announce that I was going to be down there. I wasn't sure if I was totally going. It would have been really nice to meet some of you guys, but hopefully there will be a meetup in future. The reason I'm actually doing this tutorial is because if you saw in one of my last videos, my hair is like a bright, like kind of goldeny yellow colour at the moment, which I've been dyeing it, but recently I've been really keen on the whole lime green idea, even maybe lime green and like pink, and I'll put in some photos now of around me of kind of the colour I'm thinking about going, and I've been thinking about it for a while, so this is why I thought this is a good time to address ways that I lift my hair colour out. I'm going to run through 3 main methods, and the first method I'm going to mention is a combination. You can do it 3 different ways, and you can kind of combine all these ingredients and they do a similar thing, and this is for essentially stripping out your hair colour as much as you can. Now the first method I have for stripping out your hair colour, removing your hair colour, is using anti-dandruff shampoo and bicarbonate of soda. Now what the anti-dandruff shampoo does is any kind of heavy shampoo, for example this and another one which I'm going to mention next, that is made for kind of really going into the hair shaft and, you know, stopping things like dandruff and chlorine build-up and things like that, are going to strip your hair colour. They will affect your hair colour. So if you do have dandruff and things like that and you're dyeing your hair and you're using this kind of shampoo and you're wondering why your hair colour is fading, it's because this stuff really does fade your hair colour. So if you're intending to do that, then that's great, but if not, then I would recommend not using an anti-dandruff shampoo if you want to keep your colour bright. So the first tip is bicarbonate soda actually also really strips your hair colour out. It will make your hair feel a bit dry, but it's not going to really damage your hair, especially not like bleaching. So what you need to do is mix about 2/3 of the shampoo and 1/3 of bicarbonate soda in just a little container, mix it together into a paste, and then shampoo your hair with that either every wash or every second wash, and you can even do it a couple of times. Now what I would recommend doing is shampooing your hair with this concoction and leaving it on for a couple of minutes before washing it out, or if longer if possible. So that's one of the first things you can use to strip your hair colour out. The second concoction that I would recommend for stripping out your hair colour is dishwashing detergent and the Bicarb. Now dishwashing detergent seems like a no-no to put in your hair, and Yes, it is not really great for your hair. It will make your hair feel dry, but it will really strip that colour out. The kind of ingredients in dishwashing detergent are quite strong, and when put in your hair they will strip the hair colour. So again, mixing 2/3 of this and 1/3 of bicarb will help strip out your colour. What you can also use is laundry detergent. Make sure it doesn't have any bleach in it though, with the bicarb, and yes, do that. The third one in the kind of first method, which is all kind of like shampoos and things, is using a clarifying shampoo. Now, you can use the bicarb with this, but this is probably one of the best things I've used personally to strip out my hair colour. Now I'm going to put in a couple of photos here. When I had neon red hair and using this shampoo after a couple of weeks, and the colour that my hair got to, because I was going to go pink. And the shampoo is called Paul Mitchell Clarifying Shampoo number 3. Make sure it is shampoo 3. And it is made for swimmers to remove chlorine and impurities. Now, the way that, you know, if you're a swimmer and, you know, you're swimming all the time, basically your hair tends to turn green. Not the kind of green I want to go, like more of a disgusting green. And basically you'll get a chlorine buildup in your hair. So swimmers buy this shampoo to remove that chlorine buildup that's right in your hair. So this shampoo will really penetrate into your hair follicle to remove that chlorine, and it works the same for removing hair colour. It is one of the best things I've used. It got recommended to me by a hairdresser. I bought it and my hair colour just literally fell out of my hair. It was amazing. And during all of these methods, I would also recommend, if you're trying to keep your hair colour, wash it in as cool water as you can. If you're stripping out your hair colour, wash it in as hot water as you can. What it will do is open up the hair follicle and it'll help that hair colour fall out. If you're washing it in cold water, it'll close the cuticle up and hold and preserve the hair colour. So make sure you wash your hair in hottest water you can handle when you're trying to strip out your hair colour. The next thing I'd like to suggest, method 2, is a hot oil treatment. Now you can either go to the chemist or your salon and you can buy hot oil treatments for your hair which you heat up and you put in, but you can also make your own at home using coconut oil and heating it over the stove very carefully and using that very carefully on your hair. Make sure you there's instructions online on how to use it, because you have to be really careful with kind of hot oil obviously, but the hot oil treatment, again, the oil, it really helps to remove the hair colour. I used to use hot oil treatments quite a lot when I was removing one of my hair colours, and it worked really well. And the great thing, of course, is that it's conditioning your hair at the same time, which is really important when stripping hair colour. Now the third method I'm going to be using tonight on my hair underneath, and I'm going to be applying it and leaving it in for about 2 hours. Now this is a popular method for removing hair colour, but I don't think it's very well known, and it is the vitamin C treatment. Now what you need for this is vitamin C tablets, believe it or not, and your shampoo. Now I'm going to be using my clarifying shampoo for this, and I'm going to be showing you exactly what I'm doing now to prepare it. Okay, so now I'm basically going to show you how I make my vitamin C hair treatment. Now this seems like a weird thing, but it does work. Don't ask me the actual technical reasons of how this works, but what vitamin C does, from what I believe, is it naturally lightens your hair, kind of like when you put lemon juice in your hair, which is something else I could suggest. So the vitamin C tablets really help to lift and remove hair colour as well as naturally lighten your hair. Now what you can use is vitamin C powder, which is a lot easier, but it's actually quite hard to find. So what I'm doing is I'm getting about 20 vitamin C tablets here. So I guess I use about that many, if you can see. Now what I'm going to do is put them inside a Ziploc bag, like so. And what you need to do is get a teaspoon and crush them. Okay, so I think that's pretty much crushed up. You can see the powder there. Now what I'm going to do is just pour all the mixture into a tinting bowl. Okay, so once you've done that, all you need to do is add your shampoo. Now what I'm going to do is just add my shampoo until it forms like a nice paste, which I'll be able to spread evenly through my hair. There is no set recipe for this. I mean, the thicker your hair, the more tablets you use. Cool, so that's that. I also thought I'd add that with the vitamin C treatment, if you're worried about your hair turning orange with it, I've had mixed kind of opinions online about whether it does. I don't think it does. If you're really, you know, scared to try it with the orange capsules, then just use white ones, which I'm going to try next time, but this is all I had. But considering my hair is like a yellowy orange anyway, I thought it doesn't really matter. But I just thought I'd add that in as well. Yeah, so basically as soon as I finished filming this video, I'm going to get that concoction, I'm going to put it all over my hair on damp hair, shower cap, and I'm going to try to leave it on for a couple of hours. And apparently it does work really, really well for lifting up hair colour. The next method I have, which is the method that you want to try to avoid, but sometimes you just need that last little bit of lifting, which is bleach bathing. Now, bleach bathing can be done and it can be pretty low damage if you really, really watch it and you watch what volume developer you're using and also what quality bleach you're using. Now, if I am bleach bathing, which I do to friends' hair, or if I want to lift a colour to pastel, it does work really, really fast on semi-permanent dyes. It's amazing. I use this bleach. It's called the London bleach. Now, you can get it at www.london.com.au. I buy it from a hairdressing supply store. It's a really high quality bleach. It's pretty expensive, but it's amazing. Like, I would just get a recommendation from a hairdresser. Don't buy the stock standard drugstore bleach, because it's really not worth it and it does make a difference. Then what I do is mix in a 20 or 30 volt developer with the bleach. Now I mix that straight away into a clarifying shampoo, which helps the bleach bath penetrate into my hair. And what I do is just shampoo that mixture all over my hair. I mix about 1/2 of the bleach amount to 1/2 of the shampoo. I mix it in and I literally leave it in for no more than 5 minutes. Make sure you don't use anything higher than a 20 or 30 volt developer, and make sure you don't leave it in any longer than about 10 minutes, because then you're going to start really damaging the hair. And the last tip I want to give you is, after you've done all of this, if you have your hair is now blonde and like a yellowy blonde and you want to get it softer, blonde or whatever, make sure you tone your hair, which is, you guys know about. I would recommend using either Directions by Riche toner or the Special Effects toner. They more or less do the same thing. I also really like the Goldwell 10V soft colour mousse, which is a violet mousse, which is a toner. And after any of these treatments, it is really, really important that you condition your hair. Before you change your hair colour, when you're bleaching your hair, when you're doing anything to your hair, it's really important to buy really high quality, or as high quality as you can afford, products to take care of your hair. Now, I've spoken about this before. My favourite treatment of all time is the Sebastian Penetraitt treatment. It's absolutely amazing. It works wonders for my hair. And the leave-in treatment that I always use are the Snobgirls Hydramend capsules. And you can go to snobgirls.com to find these. I've been using them for ages. I was recommended them by my hairdresser and they're just fantastic. You can get all different types of the capsules and they're just full of heaps of vitamins that really help to manage and maintain your hair. So that's really all I have for you guys today. I really hope this video helped, and that if you have any questions for me at all about removing hair colour, I'll try my best to answer. Remember that this works best for semi-permanent dyes. It's much harder with the permanent dyes, but it will still help to remove the colour. And if you're trying to if you've got natural virgin hair and you're trying to use these methods to lighten your hair, it's not really going to work, because the idea of this was just to strip out dyes that you've put in there. Lightening your hair is a totally different thing. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me, and thanks guys. I'll speak to you guys soon.